Well, hello guys. I just, as I talked about, I went to the doctor's earlier. It's not good. It's not like I'm dying of cancer, but my legs just ain't working anymore. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys. You guys are great. Hey, last night on Crime Night was pretty darn good. You gotta keep an eye on that comment section, man. That's the best of the best in there. I tell you what, man. I see creators commenting in there, it blows my mind. That's all thinkers in there. Another thing I noticed about Joe's site is it doesn't appeal to people that are looking for these, shorts or 15-minute things. Or I noticed that usually after about an hour and everybody gets settled in, the numbers start going up. So it's obviously, look at some of these flowers. My God, they're beautiful. Those purple ones. It seems like the thinkers get in there and start adding their 2 cents, which is absolutely amazing. At no time did Joe, and I've known Joe for years, at no time did Joe ever say, oh, I'm anti-establishment. Let's, get this guilty party off. It was never about that. Joe smelled something rotten in that. And he told me a long time ago, he said, hey, Ron, man, you got to take a look at this. Oh, cool. Let's see what's going on. And then he gave me his take on it. And I says, damn, Joe, it really makes sense. And then he started digging and digging and digging. Once Joe gets his teeth into something, he ain't letting go. All of you guys, the mods, the subscribers over there, fantastic people. And I got to tell you something. It's kind of funny. You guys really shined. You're ambassadors for this Crime Night site. So you've really shined. You brought a lot to the table with you. Good discussion. Excellent questions. Beautiful. But they really they don't know what trolls are until you've been to Crime Night. And we got some wacky trolls over there. Doctor's appointment. Took an Uber over there. It's $25 from my apartment to my doctor's office. Right? So that's a lot of money. You notice I'm walking back. Not nowhere near as quickly as I used to walk, because this whole left side of my body is just totally shot. My doctor was I was the last patient over there at his office. He says, well, I'm going over to the hospital, right across the street. Going over to the hospital now. I'm going to have a talk with them people over there. So maybe he'll put his foot down and say, look, you can't be doing this to my patient. And, you might wind up with your backside in a sling if you keep doing this to my patient. I'm hoping that's what he does. For those of you who don't know, Joe has several irons in the fire. He's a very charitable person. He's got his priorities straightened out. I mean, he's renting in Sydney. He's got to have his priorities straightened out there, because that's expensive living over there. And you people that donate, buy him a coffee, whatever the heck they call him, you guys are really helping him out. That's really something. Joe's very sensitive about that. Very, very sensitive about taking money. His family, if you paid attention, they weren't about taking handouts. They were about picking up and getting it in gear and starting over again and making sure the family was taken care of. And they did a damn good job. To have a son like Joe, and Joe raised his family, and they're all good. So you're supporting a worthy cause over there. How do you do, ma'am? How do you do?
I'm fine, thank you.
And you're supporting a worthy cause. You're making sure, and I'm telling you, I'm guaranteeing you this. You're making history. You're going to be a part of history. You're going to see. You're going to see. No way did R.A. carry a 200-pound weight in and out of that forest. Dress and undress two people. Perform whatever hideous deed was done. I don't press Joe for a lot of information. He goes over it enough through his head. I don't need to, make him go through it again. I wait for it to come out. And I don't have to go to any other site because I know what I get from Joe's site is straight up. And that's it. That's it. No gossip, no BS, none of that. No wild fantasies. None of that stuff. Joe does care for his subscribers and his mods. I mean, that should be quite obvious. And we do got some phenomenal mods. I feel very comfortable physically, I'm surprised you can't hear me screaming through the phone while we're on live. That's how much pain I'm in. We do quite well over. I feel comfortable on that site. I see we're getting some new subscribers. A lot of people are waking up to what's going on. Simple physics would tell you that little guy that worked at the CVS, that all of a sudden he just bugged out. I know it happens, but it just doesn't fit that case. That RA just, all of a sudden he just bugs out. The pictures that they do have, I don't think that amounts to a handful of squat. When were those pictures taken? And with all of this critical evidence missing, man, and listen, my problem, Richard Allen is in there right now, suffering like all hell. You have no idea what it's like being in prison. There's a couple guys in our feed that know exactly what it's like, and I got nothing but respect for them because they made it out the back end of the beast. And they're still functioning, and they're still kicking and screaming, and I'm all for that. So, you don't know what it's like being in. It's every second of every day is torment over there. So, he's going through hell. And again, remember, in this country, you are guilty until proven innocent. Yeah, I got that right. Guilty until proven innocent. Richard Allen is just an example of that. They got him all locked up, and they were doing their chemical experimentation on him. Oh, by the way, his confession, that's worth jack squat. He could recant that confession anytime he wants. Anytime he wants. So that confession means nothing. Means zero. That cartridge, that round that they found, I saw some stuff that it was found slightly under the surface. Slightly under the surface. They said that they cycled it through a firearm. All right, that's good. When did you cycle it through the firearm? Was it ever cycled through another firearm? Because once you put it through one, you obscured the original markings on it. That bullet, I mean, really, that's a crime scene. Listen, that wasn't no regular crime scene. Think about how atrocious that crime scene was. You would think that they would call, hey, Amazon, send us a couple metal detectors. Okay. So they get a couple metal detectors and go, do you think nope. Don't you think they would have found that bullet? Lead and brass shows up real good on metal detectors, by the way. Shows up very good. So, I suspect that all is not well with that bullet that they have, that cartridge. I don't, you know. And the pictures, you're going to have to prove a little more to me. You get a picture of a guy, or it could be anybody. Could be somebody with a rubber mask on, for all I know. Prove that it came from that camera. Okay, you can prove that it came from the camera. You still can't identify the subject in there. If they wanted to base the case on that photograph alone, go for it. Go for it. They'd be thrown out of court so fast. And the lawsuit, let me tell you something. Man, if Mr. Allen is found not guilty, you better believe this lawsuit is going to set them people, going to get their heads spinning, because they just ain't going to believe it. Any decent lawyer worth his salt will take them people to the cleaners, and they deserve it. They deserve it. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. Now, you sue the police department, state police, sheriff's department, whoever, oh man, the prisons, every single one of them. Every single. Then, you look to sue each one of them individually and go for their pensions. See how they like it. And you go for their pensions. If Richard Allen is found guilty, you know, show me the facts of that, and we'll go from there. But I haven't seen anything that'll hold water. So I wanted to thank you. On my way back from my doctor's office, yes, I'm really hurting. Oh, they're talking about, my doctor says, he goes, man, he goes, you needed a knee replacement years ago. But I didn't have a safety net. I'm by myself. So they chop your knee out, that goes in the garbage, or I don't know, they feed it to sled dogs or something. Who the hell knows what they do with it? Make soup out of it. And say that knee replacement goes wrong. So they take the knee replacement out. What's next? Amputation. So this isn't funny. It never was funny. Declarations, I tried to tell you about that. We like to talk about mental health on Joe's site once in a blue moon, and what you people got to realize, nobody likes to talk about mental health issues. Nobody. It's a very taboo, filthy, dirty subject. I happen to be TPH victims, and I know a lot more about that stuff than you care to believe. I would hope none of you wind up in, well, you know, the people that are involved in making Richard Allen's life miserable, I would hope they wind up in that very situation where their lives are turned into a living hell. Another thing, if Richard Allen is really, why couldn't they, you know, mistrial, whatever the heck, whatever, and release him on bond? Where the hell is he going? No place. No place. Problem with that, too, is you got too many kooks on the loose, and you see them on crime night, You know, even if he's found innocent, you got some malcontents that will do him dirty, and that's putting it mildly, because they're such big tough thugs. You see what they do on Joe's site? Sneaking in, showing pictures of their wee-wees. Crazy, crazy people. Crazy. So, the pictures of the girl. And listen, those pictures could have been taken anytime. Anytime. And then they made their nice little collage out of it to fit the situation. Please get over to New Jersey Exposed. And I tell you, nobody does John's content. Nobody. You are going to see how deeply the police are involved in child photography. And I'm being gentle with them. I'm taking poetic license with the word photography. So these cops are all involved with the production of it, taking an active role in it. It's crazy. And look at some of those links I post in there. And again, I'm working off a phone, so you got my apologies right off the bat. But I don't have a computer, I don't know how to use one. I really rely on some of the other mods, because what I'll do is I'll copy the links that you put up. Sabina, phenomenal. I don't want to leave anybody out. Oh, geez, and the other night you just picked up the slack. You guys really did such a phenomenal job there. I told you a couple of years ago, me and Joe were sitting down talking. How the hell are we gonna fill an hour with this? Man, how are we gonna fill an hour? Now we're finding out we got the thinkers coming into that channel. If it ain't 2 hours, they didn't. The subscribers and the mods just didn't get enough. We always want more information, more, which is good. We'll get to the bottom of this. It's gonna take a while. I can't see why they can't release Alan on some kind of bond or something. And listen, he really was that crazy and nuts. They could have held him in a psychiatric hospital under the what the heck thing that says that he's not competent to stand trial. Right? That never really works, by the way, not competent to stand trial. I've rarely seen that work. So they could have easily held him in a state psychiatric hospital. Easily. You listen. You just don't walk in and out of a state psychiatric hospital. You don't. Doors are all locked, all electronic locks. Everything is all plexiglass. You ain't breaking windows. You ain't getting out. So they could have easily held him there. Like I said, where's he gonna go? He's gonna run from his family? I don't think so. Run from his family. He was working at the CVS, holding down a job. Just doesn't make sense. So, if you can, hit the thumbs up. I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys on Crime Night. Please stop by. Take a look at New Jersey Exposed. And be prepared to have your mind blown, because you will not believe how many cops are involved in this child photography thing. It seems like the lion's share of this, of the customers, of the producers, all happen to be working for law enforcement. It's crazy. So, I hope all of you have an uneventful day. I'm doing the best I can do, which ain't too damn good. I appreciate all your support. a lot of support. Just hit that thumbs up. And if you made it this far, yeah, you're a masochist. So, we'll put this in here. Come on, door. Do that. And we're at Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I will be talking at you later. Hit that thumbs up. I'll see you on Crime Night. Remember, if you can, support Joe's site. And anything helps. Anything helps. And you see, I'm telling you, he gets very emotional over that. He's not... Joe's used to doing for himself and his family. That's the way he was brought up. So it's a very, very hard thing for him to do, to accept help from outside sources. Keep up the good work, guys. I'll be talking at you later. Have an uneventful day. See yous on Crime Night.